Hi sir, good morning.
Sorry, I was on mute. Good morning. All good there?
Uh, Fine sir, yesterday there was no much alerts.
There were
Day before yesterday there were like after 8 p.m. as they announced, Iran announced, they sent some missiles but interception happened.
Hmm.
But yesterday I think there was nothing in Dubai, but in Abu Dhabi there was some interceptions.
Okay. Understood. But still, Dubai being attacked the most.
Yes, Dubai being attacked the most because what say is that Dubai has got more US interest, like US companies.
Hmm.
The day before yesterday, they have publicly told that we will be attacking this US companies like
Hmm.
Facebook, Google, Microsoft, all those companies,
Hmm.
and told the general public to stay away from those
Hmm.
areas.
Hmm. I think China,
But
China must
no
be,
damage.
China must be saying, let's get their industries. But I think they're okay. No? These employees, anyways, they can work remotely only. Worst case
Ah,
scenario, they'll just move offices.
Yeah, I think most of the US citizens who are resided here, they all left,
Hmm.
and also in fact majority of the Europeans
Hmm.
also, uh, because DAFC, if you see, it will be crowded and it will be mostly
Hmm.
filled with European people. All the investment companies, those that exist. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I went to
Hmm.
office. It is completely
Hmm.
deserted. Only the working like management
Hmm.
people, cleaners, only they were there, and the local
Hmm.
people, and in fact some Indians here and there I saw.
Hmm.
Other than that, it is completely deserted.
Hmm.
Nobody is working.
Surprising, but well, yeah, I guess they would have moved back, and yeah, so that's the point. No?
Either they're working from remote,
Yeah, yeah, mostly expats, so they will not
but
risk. They will, for them, it
uh,
doesn't really matter. Even if they go to other places, that's fine. I don't think that they will end up staying in
uh,
Middle East because they come to Middle East for safety and
and
everything, and so that's their primary
uh,
concern.
when the traffic is reduced by let's say 70%,
You all should have prayed better. No, you all
there
were
is there
praying
is
traffic to reduce, but that got reduced.
but not in this. Everybody was praying that traffic should decrease, but not like this.
You should
It is
be
a big hit to the economy as well.
you
It
should be
gives
very
jobs.
specific with the universe. Otherwise, you never know.
What we pray for.
Said you wanted less traffic, I've given you less traffic. How now you're crying about that?
But at first, we need a job, not to stay here.
Yeah.
That is the thing.
Hmm. But for you, I think it's no issue. No? Insurance, anyways, is something that is.
Not much.
Hmm.
Only risk is that we sell political violence policies.
Okay.
So, like
Political
within political
violence.
violence,
Okay.
PV policies and war also covered in
Hmm.
that.
Okay.
So already, so far 8 or 9 claims
Hmm.
reported because of the war.
Hmm.
Particularly, we sold so many policies in Bahrain, Kuwait, and all, which is
Hmm.
heavily hit. Uh, but still okay. Yesterday, I was just talking to my claims team. They said it's not
Hmm.
a big impact. But yes, reasonably, PV segment
Hmm.
completely will be hit. Like it will be more than like 200, 300% loss ratio. But the premiums
Hmm.
are also very less. But at the same time, our PV department, they did not keep silent. They are writing more policies because now the
Hmm.
rates have increased like anything. Earlier, the PV premium used to be
Hmm.
0.02%,
Yeah.
which is very,
Hmm.
very small. Now nobody is giving the coverage, so now the rates have increased to 5% of the sum insured, 6% of the sum
And
insured.
now everyone, so if
So
you spread your
we just,
losses and you're actually able to sell at these rates, you can easily.
yeah, for
Uh,
few days at least.
yeah, I see. It's initially, even if it's a loss, I think it's a loss that can be borne because then if you pay out the claims and if everything is covered and people are willing to pay 5-6%, see rates go up for a
Huh.
reason. Rates usually don't
Yeah.
come back down for those reasons once those reasons are completed. It's like COVID की वजह से your term insurance policy premium grows. But now that COVID isn't there, everything is normalized. It doesn't mean that policy factory continuing to rise,
Mhm.
right? So I think it's a good trigger
Yeah.
and it will be good for the industry for to be able to write. Even cyber, right? It is written at very low values. So if,
Yeah.
because of this war and everything that people are were forced to rethink cyber, they will want to be because even war front, one of the war things are attacks, cyber attacks. So the same
Yes.
thing, Amazon center in Bahrain got hit, right? But
Got it.
they could have been attacked on a technology front, right? In fact, that does more harm
Mm.
technologically. Or I mean, this cyber warfare on tech companies are much bigger impact because then it just shows that they are not able to prevent it. Physical attacks, no one can anyways prevent. It's not in their hands. But yeah, let's see.
Yeah. In PV segment, people have seen so much money across last 5-6 years.
Hmm.
Premiums are good. There were no claims and all.
Hmm.
So everybody started writing PV in the last 2-3 years, and the rates have become very soft and like very cheap.
Hmm.
Now the rates will increase.
Hmm. And you all were writing from initial ages, or you all also jumped into the bandwagon?
No, no. My company particularly, we were writing from last 10 years. We are specialized and we are market leader here when it comes to PV segment.
Good. Okay, has everyone joined? How many people remain?
Bhavani.
Let's check with her. You all did the homework. Everyone's done the homework. I have not received any messages. So I'm assuming none of you have done the homework. Yes, no,
I didn't do.
you never do. I should take a percentage of your PV business as fine. Is she joining? Or should we start? Right?
Yeah, Bhavani joined.
Join. Tanya is here. Priya, Anushka. Tom, what about Tom? Tom's here. Is Tom joined?
Tom must be busy. Today is Good Friday. Yeah.
Okay. So you all don't have holidays for such days. I mean, it's a good thing.
No, he don't have
It's
days,
a good thing.
but he must be at the church. He joined the earlier lecture as well, but he didn't speak up.
Okay. So if you haven't done the homework, then start doing the sum. Who did the homework? Bhavani, you did? There's my phone.
Yes, sir, sent it.
Okay, Ria and Bhavani have sent it after 9 a.m. today. Okay. Others start doing the sum. Now, Ashok, you don't even remember what it was.
No, I remember. I have seen it. Answers are there itself. So
Yeah,
it's
so
a simple formula, chi-square distribution formula.
but don't see the formula and do. Do first, then see the answer. Let
Ah,
me adjust my lights 1 second. Okay. Yes, for B, there are no answers, Ashok, that you've done. You have to do for A and B both.
yeah. B I will do now.
Okay. The proposed graduation is okay. Who is this? Ria. Some aspect of a proposed graduation is no good. Even your H0 is no good, Ria. It's not how it is. Don't be a diplomat. Okay, simple. The graduated rates do not um, are not true representatives of the underlying crude mortality rates. H1 opposite of that are not true representatives. Okay, this is the default that should be there. As we go towards different sums, when we're testing for overgraduation, we'll customize the H0 according to that. Depending on the sum, we will customize the hypothesis testing H0, H1, and we must write conclusive statements, which you have written. We have sufficient evidence to reject H0 include okay, yes. So you have to write the conclusive statement which you have. So that's a good thing. Okay. Yes, Sanya, you did the homework?
No, sir, I forgot.
Yeah. You're still setting up your laptop?
No. I am doing it now.
Sir, can you repeat that not again?
The graduated rates are true or represent the true underlying crude mortality rates. Or even if you don't want to write crude, you can write represent the true underlying mortality rates. We'll see. Don't worry about this. We will see in solutions of the sums. But this is the default. The graduated rates represent the true underlying mortality rates. Okay. Let's see Bhavani's. Bhavani, only one you have written.
No, sir, I've done both.
In that one page.
Yes, sir.
Why? There's some recession that has hit
No,
that you're trying to save paper.
no, sir. No.
It's not. The graduated rates are a good fit. Graduated rates are not a good fit. Okay. Decent attempt, but not uh, a good fit to what? Yeah. So you need to be able to mention what are they a good fit to.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we need to be careful of these things, specific things that happen. So, Ria, for you also one more thing from table book page. Mention the page number. Okay, mention the page number of the book where you're taking that number from.
Yes.
Yes. Ravani, for you also. Okay.
Okay, sir.
The first one is rejected. It's not. Let's see. The answer is okay. Now, usually, okay, even Anushka sent. Anushka, Patel, okay. Okay, Anushka, so you don't need to write the formula, okay, because it's going to require some investment of your time there. You can ignore that part. You can just say that the graduated rates fit the observed, fit the underlying mortality rates adequately or something like that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And in the exam, don't write it as step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Clear? Just go with the flow.
Yes.
Yes. Where have you found the 5% level of significance value from? Which page? What source? Please mention that.
Okay, sir. Means only need to write the table number. Oh, sorry.
Yes, from
Table
page
number.
XYZ of the formula book. Chi-square, this value is this.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So only one you did. Where is B? B you're doing now.
Yes.
Do. Okay, I'll give you 2 more minutes to finish. Those who are still doing 2.5 minutes till 9:35. Then we will solve. So Just for context, where's my pen? In the exam, it's not going to be this easy, okay? Because what you have been given here is this entire thing. You've been given everything, but in the exam, you will only be given till probably here. Till either here or till here. Okay?
Sorry,
So,
your screen is not shared.
okay, you might only be given these things. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, even the dx may not be given. Okay, so you've been given exposed to risk, you've been given graduated your estimated rates, you've been given mu circle x. In some cases, you will be given a formula for graduated rates. So you'll have to even derive that. Okay, so this is time consuming. The same sum that you're doing now in 2 steps will be at least 6 marks, and it will at least take 10 minutes, 12 minutes. Okay, but there is a very good chance that you are able to get 5.5 out of 6 in that, because there's nothing additional that you're doing. You've already done this in Sem 1. Yes, some of you may have done this in your own graduation. You have to calculate the expected deaths. You have to calculate the observed deaths. Then you have to calculate the ZX values. Then you have to calculate the ZX square values. Why ZX? Not directly ZX square, because chi-square is square. Because for other tests, you may need these values. Okay. And it is always better as a trick, because you're doing it on the formula, to solve for it horizontally. Which means first, if I don't have my observed death or actual deaths, I will calculate that, or I will calculate expected first. Then I will calculate observed first, second. Then I will do observed minus expected upon square root of expected, which is my ZX, third. And in the same thing, I will just square this to get my ZX square. So I'll not wait to come to the 4th column and again input those numbers. I already have these numbers one by one, so I will solve horizontally, first, second, third. Rather than doing all of this all at once, then again inputting the numbers to find these. This is for your time optimization.
Mu circle
Clear
x
to
will be
everyone?
given. In the problem.
Sorry?
Mu circle x will be given. No?
90% of the times, yes. Sometimes a formula might be given, like I said, to derive mu x, mu circle x. Yes? Clear? Now, similarly for graduation B, what are you doing in graduation B? Only thing different is that the degree of freedom is 11. And see, guys, like I said, numbers should speak to you. Let's see if the numbers speak to us. Now, let's go to graduation A and graduation B. Now, in this, I can see that there is some difference. Yes, between actual and observed, actual was 1561, observed is 1516. Sorry, expected based on the formula. Yes. In this, see the difference. Is there much difference? See the chi-square.
Very small.
So just looking at the numbers, okay, then I'll see overall, Vivek, yes, because chi-square has a lot of limitations. You said that earlier. I will see the ISDs. Look at my ISDs. Small, small, small. One big, but still within 1.96 level. 1.69 again within 1.96 level. I'm seeing small, small, less than 1, 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 all less than 1. So even before solving, I should know that it is very, very unlikely that this will fail. With these numbers, even if I make mathematical error and it is giving me, say, for example, reject H0, your mind should tell you, boss, something is wrong, red flag. Okay, because you could have made a small typo. And if this, instead of 1555, you by mistake wrote 155 only, 0.535. It will reject. If you by mistake wrote 1551, it may not reject. If you wrote 1515, it might reject. So you can go wrong in typing, but your intuition and your mind of looking at the numbers and seeing that does this make sense? What is my likely output? Will help you avoid mistakes. Clear to everyone? Yes, no, not interested in your guidance, sir.
Sir, your degrees of freedom are 9 or 11 because 11 parameters are estimated.
11 parameters are there, so degree of freedom is n minus k is 11, n is 20.
9, na?
So degree of freedom will be 9, 20 minus 11.
Yes.
Clear? Yes.
Sir, so like if the difference is not much, that means that it is like it is a
Then
true representative.
then chi-square will pass. Will be most likely do not reject. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. I am not saying that all the other 8 tests will pass. Because even with this, there can be problems. Yes? Yes? If I put this as 3.99 and I put this as minus 3.69, it's most likely going to offset few things here. It may still pass, but we know for a fact that these numbers are a strict no-no. Yes? Now, we'll talk more about this, don't worry.
So how is like minus 3.9 and a Stepney?
How is minus 3.9 and a what?
Like it's not.
Your
Uh,
voice is robotic.
Hello, sir. Can
Yeah,
you hear me? Yeah. Why
I
is
can, but it's correct.
is it still crashing?
Better, better.
Yeah. So I was asking, why is 3.9 a big no for the data?
Okay, why is 3.9 a big no for your data? Open your formula book. Go to normal distribution. Tell me where 3.99 lies.
Zero point 99997.
Sorry? Where does it lie?
So like percentage table or the probabilities?
Wherever, whichever table you tell me. Where do you find 3.99?
Between 0.005% and 0.001%.
Okay. 0.001%. You want to deal with such risk, Ria?
No, no, sir.
Then so these are tail risks. They lie in the tail. When they lie in the tail, you want to avoid these kind of risks. What are these risks? This 3.99 is not even a COVID risk. A COVID risk is also 1 in 200. So 3.99 is worse than that. Do you want that kind of risk on your books? Because the lowest frequency will have the highest severity. Because when it
No.
happens, beyond catastrophe. Yes, and this is the logical explanation. The formal explanation and explanation which is the for the this is your normal distribution. Yes, you have 0, you have -1, +1, you have +2, you have +3, and you have infinity. -2, -3, minus infinity. Okay. Now this is not to scale, but 67% or 2/3 of your risk lies between -1 and +1. Let me draw this. This I have this is minus infinity. This is infinity. This is 3. This is 2. This is 1. This is 0. This is -1, -2. This is same. Normal. Okay. Now between this and this. Okay. So here. Assuming I've factually correctly kept it at -1, if you can assume that it is. So now between this part, entire 67% or 2/3 of your data should lie. This is normal. Okay. And mathematically, it is 34% on this side, 34% this side. Okay. Similarly, if you go to -2 and +2, you have 14%, you have 14%. Now, Ria, do the math. Add all of these things up.
%95.
96. But okay.
95.
How can it be 95? There are no or even odd numbers in this. 68 plus 28.
Oh, sorry. I took 67.
Sorry? Okay, you
I
took 67. Okay, okay. Understood. Percent approximately. This is actually your 95% confidence interval. Now you see the value of 95% confidence interval in your normal tables. See that value. Tell me what the value is. Found it?
$1.64.
Wrong. We are wrong. When I say 95% confidence interval, is it one-tailed or two-tailed?
Two tables. 1.64 and 1.64.
How can that be? Then you're telling me 90% value. If you take 5% on either side, then it becomes 90%, no? Yes, Bhavani, that's right. For me to get 95% confidence interval and I'm including two-sided, then I need to look under 97.5, no, Ria? If I see under 95% that side and 95% this side, then I've taken 5% from both sides. That means I'm looking at a 90% confidence interval. 100 -5 -5.
Yes.
So when you look at a two-tail test, you will look at what? I'm hoping you guys know how to read the tables. If that is also not there, then that's going to be a big problem. Yes. So what is the answer? Bhavani said 1.96. Now, (1.96) is the answer, which is what? Minus 1.96 on this side, plus 1.96 on this side. Isn't this what I'm showing you mathematically as well? I have written approximately minus 2 and 2. And I've said that 96% of those values lies between minus 2 and 2. 95% lies between minus 1.96 to plus 1.96. Yes, understood how confidence intervals are made, logic behind it. Yes, no,
Yes.
then 2% can lie between minus 2 and 2, minus 2 and minus 3, and plus 2 and plus 3. What does this mean? That entirely my 99% confidence interval lies between minus 3 and plus 3. Now you see your value RIA of 99%. It will be nowhere close to minus 3 or plus 3. See the actual value.
2.5758.
Yes. So even that 3 is a big if. The moment I cross 2.5758, I'm getting into the last 1%. The last 1% is 1 in 100 events, which in the last 300-400 years have been my pandemic events. Yes. So anything beyond 2.5758 itself is a no-no. But mathematically, and just for ease of reference, we are saying beyond minus 3 and plus 3, so is a definite no-no. What numbers I gave you? I gave you 3.99 and 3.69. Where do they lie? They lie far, far away into these closer to infinity. I don't want to deal with any of those risks. Because by mistake also they materialize, gone. Understood? Yes, Ria?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll see that here anyways now. Okay. Again, like I'm telling you, make sure you develop the gut brain. Otherwise, what will you do? 30-second sum. You ended up taking 5-7 minutes. Will not be rewarded and you will definitely be wrong. Okay. Logic. If you leave logic behind and only study for the sake of studying to pass the exam, I can tell you, in the world where competition has increased, it will be very difficult for you to make through those or go through those interviews and with a positive result. Clear? Anyways, so speaking of interviews, I have there is an internship opportunity at Mercer Health. Okay, but which I have also kept open for you guys. I'll just share about that for 2 minutes. Is it okay if I share? now here in class, or you don't want me to share it? Focus on it.
Please share, sir. I mean, you
Okay.
guys are looking for
Thanks.
internships, sir.
Yes. Thanks. Okay. So now Neha, who's setting up the team, of course, I know her. She's the first person I spoke to in the actuarial world, and so she's looking to set up a team because we had a very useful, productive conversation about her husband, who's also a leader but not yet an actuary. He's stuck with 2, 3, 4 papers to come in to be a MSc hybrid program student next year. I don't know if that happens or doesn't happen, but because we spoke so much about it, I think it was fair for me to include. Now, this is a 6-month internship, which is convertible internship. Okay. However, I was apprehensive to include you guys, but I've still included it because this will involve you moving physically to Pune. Okay. But none of the Mumbai students can move because they have physical classes in Mumbai, the offline course. You guys have the advantage of being anywhere. Okay. Stipend is 35,000. So it's not like it will be a cost to you. Your rent, your food, at least the basic cost to cost necessity would be taken care of. And it's a proof of concept. So if it works out, if you're good at what you do, you will be converted. And because it's a new team being set up, it's highly likely that you will be able to grow faster than average. Okay, but it's a proof of concept. It also means if it doesn't work, you don't get it, but at least you have 6 months of internships to show for. Okay, so these are specially for people who are okay to move. Now, I know you all are all in different locations, and this location is Pune. Okay, so Anushka, for you, is still in Maharashtra. Okay, so I don't know how far is Pune from where you are, but you can consider Ria, Bhavani, Sanya. For Sanya, it won't make sense because she's moved to Dubai, unless the recent war has made her move back. I don't know, but this is for maybe even Kostu, but I don't think it from previous conversations that it makes sense for Kostu to do this. But this is the opportunity that is available. Okay, again, 6 hours, 5 days a week. 6 plus 1, 1 is your break. So it gives you a good balance. It can, of course, start at 1 p.m. So you're not going to miss out your lectures, right? So it's an opportunity for you to consider. You don't want to consider it, no problem. Okay, because you're seeing some of the people already work. Some of the people are taking internships, right? Already. Those might be remote internships, but here that isn't a possibility because I've already asked and they said no, way because it's a proof of concept. We want the best people and we want them to be physically present. Okay, so has it been floated already to you guys?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll tell them to the orientation session will be on Monday. Okay, so consider it. You don't want to do it, no problem. Anyone here interested?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Bhavani, Ria,
Bhavani,
Bhavani.
yes, speak up if you're interested. Don't.
Okay. If you're not interested, it's fine. I mean, it's completely fine.
Yes, sir.
It's not a compulsion.
Trying to unmute only. I'm interested.
Sorry?
I'm interested only. I was trying to unmute.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. Then, so apply for it. Let's see where it goes. But it gives you a good advantage. Okay. And she'll also be inclined. She will have very high expectations because I spoke a lot about the hybrid course to her husband and her. So she will have that expectations from you, all of you, whoever apply. Okay. But yes, 35K is not a lot of money, but for an internship, it is a lot. Okay. Had this not been a physical move, you all could have paid your course fee if you did this internship throughout, because 4,20,000 per year is higher than the course fees that you pay per year. Okay, but it's only for 6 months. You get a job, you can still do. But yes, doing this, if you are going to lose out on this course and not show up, then that will be disadvantage. So you have to be able to manage both. Yes, and this is the rest of your life, because you will be doing actuarial science and you need to have that balance, because you come back home and you will be like, I may have to study. While traveling, you may have to study, right? So all these things, please keep in mind. Unless Ashok is giving internship to all you guys in Dubai remotely, then you can consider.
Dubai market is not for the freshers, sir. If they have enough experience, definitely I can recommend in my company as well.
Yeah. But
There is no
that's
internship
what
benefits here.
you know how many people have told me, Vivek, all this internship program is very good, but we don't hire interns. I said, no problem, man. But when you come to me to hire graduates, don't complain that you're getting just the average ones. The good ones will be taken. You
That's
know where
true.
Brit's office is located? Bangalore. You know where interns' office are? Special new office for them. Mumbai. Marsh doesn't hire interns. Vivek, we don't have a policy. 20, 30 people every year they take. Milliman, Vivek, we don't hire. You know for a fact that there are no one in Mumbai except for actuaries sitting. We have such a small office, Vivek. We can't do interns. No problem. No. It shifted to a bigger office. Now only two type of people sit in the Mumbai office: interns and qualified actuaries. So the world always says no, Ashok. You have to be the one to pave the path and get it done.
Yeah, there's no problem giving internships here. And the problem is that they cannot come and visit visa for 3 months, 6 months. They need to sponsor it. Sponsors will take some little investment from the company point of view.
No problem. They don't even have to be in Dubai.
Uh, Remote regulation issues are also there. I mean, they cannot outsource.
Yes, but what if the Ashok is the master of interns in his company?
Okay.
Einstein was crazy until he invented something. Yes. So never let what these kind of things that are going on restrict you. This is not possible, sir. That is not possible, sir. Ria's like, yes. Tell me, Ria.
So what is the job role like? Job description.
All JD and everything, it is in health. So I'm assuming I haven't got the JD. The orientation session will tell you more about it. All I've been told is that it's a 6-month internship, what the stipend is, how many openings are there. That's all I've been told. So Monday's session, I will just tell them to put it right now. Okay. I'll just inform them.
Sir.
Okay. Do you guys have access to PrepSom or what?
Yes, sure, we do.
Yes, sir.
They, okay. Clear? Okay, now let's get back to the topic at hand. Now, we said that the chi-square test will pass even if it has a good outliers which are being offset by multiple opposite directional deviations. Okay, so there could be a few large deviations offset by a lot of very small deviations, but the chi-square test will pass. Okay, this is because the chi-square test statistic summarizes a lot of information in a single figure. Then we also said that the graduation might be biased above or below the data by a small amount, and it may fail to detect consistent bias if it is small, but we should still wish to avoid it. Okay, and then we said even if the graduation is not biased as a whole, there could be significant groups of consecutive ages called runs or clumps above over which it is biased up or down. This is still to be avoided. What is this part? Wherein some parts are overestimated, some parts are underestimated in continuity. Yes, I showed you that visually as well. Okay, and then the fourth error, which does not have a fix, is that the chi-square is a squared deviation. So we are not getting any information about the direction of the bias. Okay, except for when we are looking at the experience unfold with time. Clear? Yes.
Sir, are you sharing your screen?
No, I'm not sharing my screen. This was discussed last time, no? So I'll share now. Okay, clear till here for everyone? Yes. Now, what we need to do is we need to see, okay, Vivek, you're telling us that there are drawbacks of this chi-square test. Now, there is no use to us if you just tell us the drawback of the chi-square test and don't give us the solution. We still need to graduate rates. We still need to test whether the graduated rates are a good fit. So if the chi-square test passes or we accept H naught, then we can still say that there will be some drawbacks within this that have been ignored. Yes? How many of you believe that there are only two, these are the two outcomes of chi-square? Accept H naught and reject H naught. How many of you have heard that? Guys, sleeping.
And that's how we
How many of you did hypothesis testing in College. No? No
Sir,
hypothesis
what
testing.
is the question?
Sorry?
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
How many of you studied hypothesis testing in college? None?
I didn't study.
Okay.
Bhavani.
Tanya and Bhavani. Okay. So how many of you saw that they made you write except H0? Sanya, Bhavani. Now, let me tell you, from today onwards, in life, if ever in front of me, you utter the words except H0, okay, I will charge you $100 fine. Okay. There is no such thing as except H0. It is do not reject H0 and reject H0. Now, whatever school, colleges, even I learned, except H0. There isn't anything as except H0 because accepting H0 means I am saying that there is no sample in the world that can make me reject this. How can I conclude that from a small sample? Can I conclude that from a small sample that there isn't a sample out there that can reject this null hypothesis? So I will say do not reject H0 on the basis of this particular data. But the moment I say accept H0, I say this data and any other data set will always be accepted. That is why as an actuary, you never say anything with 100% uncertainty, certainty. You use words like maybe, perhaps. Very rarely will you see me say 100%. Why? Because that 100% means that probability is 1. That is rarely the case. Clear? So, Sanya, now that you're going to be earning in dirhams and Ashok, $200 for both of you. Fine. Others will be.
No, I wrote do not reject only in my homework.
I just wrote except that's not in the homework question.
You got
I know.
$100. 100 dirhams.
I will let the first one slide because y'all didn't know. Now that you know, yeah. Now that you know, the clock starts ticking. My calculator starts, my ledger starts. Yes. Clear? Okay. Share my screen. Now let's look at the ISD test. So partly already explained to you. But let's look at that. So now, how do we calculate the deviation and standardized deviation? ZX is nothing but the actual deaths minus expected deaths upon square root of the expected deaths. This is nothing but the chi-square ka square root. Okay. Okay. So, and why are we doing that? Because we have proven that for the Poisson distribution dx, the number of deaths will follow normal with EXC and mu circle x, both mean and variance. Okay. Now, like I said, in the exam, you will not be given the ZX. So you'll have to calculate the ZX. You need to divide the real line into convenient intervals, plot or count the number of standardized deviations falling into each of these reads. What are these convenient intervals? We already saw that in the last one. Minus infinity, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, plus infinity. Okay, then we bucketize it. We can see, then compare the observed number of zx that fall in each of these intervals and the expected number of the zx that should fall in each interval. How do I calculate expected numbers? Expected numbers also I have given you. These are my expected numbers. So what will I do if the sample size is 20? My expected numbers are what? 28, 2.8, 6.8, 6.8, 2.8, and 2% of 20 is 0.4. This is 0. Is 0. Yes, clear? So these are my expected numbers. Actual I will count once I get all my zx, and then I will apply the formula actual minus expected upon square root of expected. Yes. Clear? Now, this is what I have shown you. Only difference here is I have shown you with infinity here and minus infinity here. So while they have bucketized into 8, the diagram only shows 6. So you keep that in mind. Okay. And what have they kept? They have kept, say, 1 million. So in that 1 million, they have calculated the value 0.02, 0.014, 0.0. Yes. Clear? Any doubts in this? Now there are two ways to solve this sum. Okay. One way is the same way we solved for chi-square. After this, we calculate chi-square, calculate number of degree of freedom. But here, we go back to Sem 1 because here individually, since we are comparing actual minus expected, we go back to the n minus k minus 1. But it will only be used rarely, which means that if I'm already testing you for chi-square distribution, why will I again test to see whether you know chi-square distribution? I won't. So usually this way, which is one of the methods, there's only a 1% chance of it being asked in this way. The second way is to logically give the answer. What is the logical answer in this? The logical answer is that we individually compare and comment. Okay, so this is what you're going to do now. You are going to take graduation A, prepare the expected, actual, and the range that you have, and comment on it. And then we'll see the solution. Okay, clear to everyone? So create this type of bucket, and then below this, the expected number is depending on your number of observations. This is into these percentages. Okay, and then you have actual number. Clear? Clear? Graduation A. These are your numbers. Can you zoom out a bit so you can grab all of them at the same time? Okay, these are your numbers. Take a photo. Start solving. You took the photo?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you 5-6 more minutes. Not more than that, okay? Yes, done. Ashok, graduated rates are good fit to what? You have to state that, right? So to the underlying mortality rate, something like that, okay?
Okay.
And mention which table you're taking it from. What's the date of the table? Sorry, page of the table. Okay.
Yeah. 169 page.
Yeah, whichever. Others will have others depending on which version you have. Just specify that, okay?
Yeah.
Sania, why are you repeating the same thing twice in your statement? You have written chi-square calc is less than chi-square tab. What is tab only, right?
Yeah, tabulated
What
values.
is the difference between tabulated and calculated?
Um, that's how I used to write tabulated the table value, calculated the calculated value.
Okay. Okay. No. So tabulated. Okay. So just okay. All right. So we'll correct this as we go forward. And so don't, and if you're writing that also, don't write since chi-square calc is less than chi-square tab again. Why are you repeating the words? Once you're showing mathematically, then second time you are repeating it. Okay. And then okay, so make sure you do that, and you also have to mention which table number or which page number you're taking the values from.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, again, Anushka accepting H naught. Okay, in your second solution. Okay, please keep those things in mind. Yes, others finished. I have not received anything yet. Is everyone who doesn't attend usually all have internships or current roles ongoing? Guys,
Yes, sir.
I
Most
think
of the
others who
people
are
have.
not others who are not attending the classes, I think they are already on a regular role. They are working somewhere.
Okay. I don't know who Dikshita is, but she also said thumbs up, so I don't know.
This guy is working in ICICI Bank.
Okay. Not in actuarial role, right?
No.
Have you all met almost everyone, or
We interact during the projects
no, but
and
in person, you all have met everyone? Everyone
in
was there
person.
at in Gujarat?
No, last time majority of the students gave exams from Gujarat. So few gave from Mumbai branch.
No, I know 6 of them were in Mumbai. I was there.
Ah,
I did not meet them because the exam was on.
ah.
Although I was like telling Akash that I'll stop the exam for 5 minutes. I'll meet this. He's like, don't. I said, okay, fair, fair. Because my timing wasn't matching with their time. So, yes. But I was hoping that everyone came to the orientation. Ashok, you didn't travel?
And I was in Gujarat. I gave my exams in Gujarat, but I could not attend this one immersion classes
Okay.
because my leave balance is very less. I cannot afford to take more leaves.
Okay. So I've given you more than enough time. Let's see the solution now. Okay. Now this is what we comment on. So this is the table. Everyone got this table?
No, sir. Observed, I got it. But expected, I didn't get how to calculate this.
I just showed you expected. 20 into that percentage. This is what I was telling you here, no? How many observations, Ashok? 49
Uh,
minus 30. 20
yes,
observations. Okay.
yes.
These are my
20.
percentages. I will multiply whatever I was doing this year only. No? This is what I've already done for you.
Oh, got it.
And if you're not getting something, why have you waited for 15 minutes to tell me?
No. Right.
So 20 into what percentages? I didn't get it.
34, 34, 14, 14, 2, 2, 0, 0.
Okay.
These. You can see my screen, right? Clear to everyone?
So the leads are standard, like 2%, 14%.
Yes. These are. I told you, right? That is how the confidence interval 95% is made.
Yeah.
That don't change. So what is the comment? Now we're not solving mathematically, we're just solving logically. We are saying that I expect almost 14 values to be between -1 and 1. Okay. However, I have only 7. So there appear to be too few values in the center of the distribution and too many in the tail. How too many in the tail? I can see 5 values beyond 1.96 on either side, which is my 95% confidence interval. Okay. So this might indicate over graduation, an inappropriate graduation formula, or the presence of duplicates. Now, how presence of duplicates and all that, to answer that question, there's only one scenario that which is obvious. Others may also exist. One is obvious. For example, endowment life insurance policies, right? You don't buy just one. You buy multiple. But if that one person dies across the entire data, like my sister had 17 LIC policies, right? Endowment. I had 2. The moment I cancelled, one matured, one I cancelled, she cancelled all her 17, right? But if that similar number of people, one person dies, how many places will it show as death? 17 policies. Okay, so that is duplicates. Okay. Then it says, okay, now let me see from a point of view of what my range is. I need to have 14, I have 7, and I have too many in the tail, which is a bad thing. However, I also have a good balance between minus and positive signs. So there is no evidence of bias in the graduated rates because it is fairly symmetrical. As you know, normal distribution is a symmetric distribution. Clear to everyone? Now,
Yes.
as you can see from this commentary itself, that there is some uncertainty in the answer. So that means that we may need to do some additional tests as well. Yes. So not only do we test for ISD, we will need to do a sign test as well, which is what this is indicating, 10 positive, 10 negative. Okay. What is sign test? How to do it? We will see. But as homework, what I want you to do is do this for graduation B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clear? Okay. Let me. Any doubts in how this is done? Anyone? Doubts?
No, sir.
Clear to
No, sir.
everyone? Homework everyone will do?
Yes, sir.
Homework everyone will send to me before 11 a.m. tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes? Okay, good. Just take your attendance. Why is Abdel not joining? Now the Ramzan's also over. What about Abhar and Manav?
And they are not attending other classes also. If they're working. Right?
Okay, 6 people. We are 6 people present today. Did I miss out on anyone? Usually 7 with Tom. So 1, 2, 3, 4,
Also was
5.
there.
Yeah, first of all, 6. Okay, any doubts? Please try and solve on your own and then message me if there are any doubts. Okay, and I'm going to, in tomorrow's lecture, finish off almost all the tests. Okay, one by one, we have about 2.5 hours. So we'll finish that. And then the lecture on Sunday, I want to do at least 3-4 sums. Then we'll take another lecture in which we will try and do some more sums, and then we'll move on to chapter 7. Okay, but and I have a very busy week next, actually not next, next to next week. So I want to try and finish chapter 6 entirely and the bulk of chapter 7 by end of next week itself. Okay. So 8th and 9th I'm not available because client visit. And so around that I want to close this entire chapter. Okay. And perhaps if possible, even chapter 7. Okay. So I'm aiming by latest 13, but if there is some spillage, then we will see. Okay. Project I already told you. Okay. Chapter 3, 4, 5, 6. Anything can come. Yes. Excel base 75 minutes. Test. Live test. Yes, Sanya. You're there?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Any doubts? Okay. All right. Okay. See you guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Anushka, you want to ask something? They want.
Yes.
Yes,
sir.
What are you waiting for?
They
Correct?
want to ask regarding internship. I don't know.
We wanted to ask about the internship only.
Ask. Why are you waiting?
Like we wanted to know like how many openings are there. 4 of us are interested from our class. So,
That we usually don't share.
okay.
Okay. But there are more than one openings.
Okay.
But that being said, they want the best of the best because it's a proof of concept. Okay. So in life, please know that it doesn't matter how many openings are there. First you, then the rest. Okay. How many of you traveled by airplane here? One commercial flight at least.
What, sir?
Have you ever flown in an airline?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Anushka? Flight? No. Okay. So you don't know. But when you fly and then the pressure in the plane drops, oxygen mask drop. Okay. They say wear your oxygen mask first. Okay. Then help others. So you first, then others. So it doesn't matter how many people openings are there. You have to secure that one opening only for you. You can't secure two. Okay. Then if someone else is there, they will get it. Okay. And you know what's the reason? The reason is hypoxia sets in very quickly at higher altitudes. And you know what hypoxia does to your brain? It makes you feel, it takes you to a state of bliss. You start laughing, you start enjoying, and then you die. That happened to one of the flights. Read about it, you'll know. Yeah, I think 20, 30 years ago. Ghost plane. You'll get all the details. It continued to fly because the cabin crew didn't intimate the pilots that this thing have dropped. and the indicator light for a pilot were very similar, so they could not get it. They could not understand. And within that 15-20 seconds, hypoxia set in. You will not even want to save yourself because you'll be enjoying it. Like, wow, what a feeling. Then plane kept on flying on its own till the time the jets were scrambled to shoot it down. Before they shot it down, before they tried to shoot it down, they saw everyone is gone. And then they determined the amount of fuel it had on board, where it is the likely destination. And because it was in the ocean, they did not shoot it down. They let it drop into the ocean. Okay. So always first, one opening only, or 5 openings, 10 openings, doesn't matter. You compete. Have healthy competition. Yes. Anything else you want to know? Sure. Ashok's not there now. Speak up for yourself.
No,
Yes.
sir, like we tried only this out. Monday
Okay.
they scheduled a session also, so we will
Yes.
attend it.
Yes. Good. Attend. Okay. All right. See you.
If you need any
Yes.
interviews tips, or if you need any help with the CV, let us know. I'm happy to help you guys.
That's great. Thanks, Ashok.
Okay.
Thank you.